Keeping the walkie-talkies on leads me right into emergency procedure and fire drills. Again, this is, like I said earlier, is the method that Travis and his security team are going to use in case there is an emergency in the church. So always have your walkies on you when you are with a group of kids. In case there is a fire and we need to be evacuated from the church or any other kind of emergency that requires us to evacuate, use those ropes, I was told, that are in each of the Sunday school classrooms, to lead your children out of the church. And take, if you have it, if it is already given to you, take that sign-out sheet with you also, just so that when we meet at our rendezvous point and the parents are ready to start taking their children back, have them sign out so that you can account for every child. Also, once you're there, check off, make sure that you have them all, and report any missing children to our security team ASAP so that they can go back in and try to find those children that might be missing. It is important that we know that we have everybody during an emergency. Heaven forbid we lose a child and something horrible happens. If there is a lockout situation, that means there is a dangerous situation outside. That could mean that there are police outside looking for a suspect. That could mean that the gas station across the street just had a robbery. That could mean any emergency situation that are just outside our church doors. The security team is going to get that alert, and they're going to make the decision to lock the doors so that nobody else from the outside can get inside. That is for our protection. That is for the protection of everybody inside the church. So when that happens, activities are to continue on as normal. Do not alert the children that there's an emergency outside. We are going to be safe inside the church because all the outside doors are locked. We are going to be safe inside. So continue on as if nothing's happening. If by chance that situation is still going on outside and it's time to dismiss the kids, we will not dismiss. If the parents aren't in the church, those parents won't be able to come in and get their children anyhow. So we will not dismiss if there is a lockout. And again, that is for the safety of the people inside the church. And please, at all times, in case the situation changes, keep your walkies on so that you are aware of what's going on as well. Because, again, that is the easiest and quickest way that our security team is going to be able to get a hold of you and let you know what's going on. If, for some God forbidden reason, there is a lockdown, and I pray this never happens, but with today's society, you just never know. Our children, unfortunately, are having to go through lockdown procedures in schools. As you know, churches are having to be aware because of the different church shootings that have happened these past few years. In a lockdown situation, that means there's an intruder inside the church. I need you to keep your walkies on. Again, it is the best form of communication, but because we do not want that intruder to know where you are at, please keep the volume down as low as you can. Bring anybody that is out in the hallway outside of your classroom, inside your classroom. And if you are in a classroom that does not have a door that locks on it, say you are in the classroom Mary Catherine has with just the curtain door, get out of that classroom and go to the nearest classroom that has a lock, and go in there and hide. You are also, please find a space in your room that is not easily seen from the door. I know that means there are other rooms that have multiple doors and it's not easy to find one of those spaces. Do your best and hide as best as you can. Barricade all the doors in your room and equip yourselves with stuff to throw at the intruder if they were to get into your room. Also, lock your doors at that moment. Once everybody is safely in, that is in the hallway, that's not the intruder, of course, is in your room, lock your doors. Barricade them, turn off the lights. This helps give the illusion that nobody is in that classroom. The good thing about turning off the lights is many of our classrooms do not have windows. There are a few that do, but most of them do not, and they might not see you. So if you can use those few things, it'll help keep you safe. Also, with your walkies on low, you will be made more aware of when or if the situation is under control, but do not answer the door at all unless it is a member of our security team or the police themselves, and they will identify themselves as, hey, this is Travis, or this is Kevin, or this is the Taneytown or Carroll County Police Department. Please open. Is everybody okay inside? That is the only time you are to emerge out of your classroom. If you have any questions about these safety procedures, they are listed in a folder that is next to all the walkies in each of the rooms. I am going to make my due diligence to go through and try to make sure that all those ropes to help lead the children out in case of a fire or another emergency are in each of the classroom for you guys to use. I'm also going to go through and make sure that every classroom has the folder next to their walkie-talkies. But if for some chance I missed it and you don't have one next to your walkie, please let Travis Blizzard or myself know ASAP so that we can get you one as soon as possible.